The lilac painted vestibule created specially for the Townhouse Takeover and featuring Jochen Holzs' ikebana vases and Beeth and Laura Wood's lighting. Who doesn't adore an unexpected delight? Certainly everyone wandering into London-based fashion designer Peter Pilotto's four-floor Townhouse Takeover at its launch in Brompton Design District of last week. A steady stream of visitors were all seduced by his inspiring rainbow vision of what retail could be. Described as an otherworldly Jessam Kunstwerk, news of the Townhouse Takeover spread predominantly via Instagram. It's incredibly photogenic. And it wasn't just the admiring public oohing and eyeing at the lilac walls, block color, brightly patterned Berber and Ecuador rugs and sumptuously decorated Paravento. Fellow design professionals from Felipe Malouin to Tom Dixon, who remarked it's the best thing at LDF and would make quite a good club, were enthralled by the exuberance of the interiors, which are a collective effort curated by Pilotto, his partner Christopher DeVos, who is also his business partner, and their bevy of creative friends. The ground floor salon of Peter Pilotto's Townhouse Takeover in residence, when Telegraph Luxury took a tour with Pilotto, was the resplendent co-collaborator Beeth and Laura Wood in her trademark vividly patterned flowing clothes, who has created a series of glass lights for the project. It was Pilotto's textiles that set the tone for the interior palette of lilacs, mint, orange and hot pink, with the other participants riffing off those upbeat tones. Martino Gamper and his wife, Franny Francesca Upprichard, are the starting point of it all. She really helped us to push the project, says Pilotto of the Italian furniture designer, and his artist wife, who contributed stools topped with pastel sheepskin and ceramics respectively. Beeth and Laura Wood's lighting takes interest sprinkled into the mix are some beautiful vintage pieces sourced and reupholstered in complementary velvet shades by Andreas Schmidt and Andrew McDonough, owners of St. John's antique store Schmidt McDonough and friends of Pilotto, whom he loves for their exquisite taste. Glassblower Jochen Holzs has contributed some vessels, but also created new sculptural vases, as directed by Pilotto. Christopher and I went to Japan in August, and there is a friend of ours who is an ikebana artist, and so we wanted to do some vases that guide you into that arrangement. It's a series of spaces. The front salon leads through to a lilac vestibule defined by an arched cross aperture, which the designers inserted for the project. Lined with banquette seating, walls here are hung with small painted illustrations by Peter MacDonald. He paints everything he experiences, and visited our studio when we were holding a customer event, and he captured us and so many aspects of how we work and our millions of mood boards. Sadly, these are some of the few pieces not for sale. There are personal treasures, says Pilotto. Changing rooms at Peter Pilotto stairs lead down to two changing room areas, with walls hung with tapestries and customs and plates by Stokey and Trent brand 1882 Limited. The basement is a glorious riot of screens covered in flamboyant metallic Pilotto fabrics with block-colored mannequins. Meanwhile, the first-floor lounge opens onto a room of rails displaying the ready-to-wear collection. Old collections are also recycled. We took leftover yarns from a couple of seasons ago and redesigned them as blankets, says Pilotto. Peter Pilotto's ready-to-wear collection. This pop-up is open until 13th October to coincide with Frieze Week. It's the closest the brand, which is celebrating its 10th year in the business, has come to opening a store, and it perfectly encapsulates its richly patterned, vivid-hued world. Why would you go to a store nowadays, asks Christopher DeVos. You really need to create something special that attracts people where they want to hang out, and the fact it's a temporary space creates more of a reason to go. This is part of questioning what retail can look like. One day we will open a store, but we need to prepare. This is an exercise about having fun and gathering our friends. Luckily for us, it's an open house. Townhouse Takeover is at 3 Cromwell Place, London, SW1, until Friday 13th October. peterpilotto.com